Hey, welcome to From the Baseline. This is another Worldwide Hoops edition, and I'm Mark Williams, PBR Global Scout, and we appreciate you tuning in. We got a good episode for you today. I can grab my sheet. A good episode for you today. We're honored to have 2021 Camila Kirschenbaum from Uruguay, and really an outstanding young lady. And in an interview, we talk about growing up and playing basketball in Uruguay and the lack of opportunities that they are there for young ladies. We talk about her experience with the Uruguayan national team and how they actually won 3 out of 5 games at one tournament, and such a huge accomplishment that is there for Uruguay. And we share about our experience with the NBA Academy and Basketball Without Borders and those camps and the opportunities those have provided. And then ultimately, we talk about her goal of coming to the United States and playing basketball. And so I think from the interview, what you'll see is that she's really an outstanding young lady who really has a vision of where she wants to be and is working hard to get there. And so we're looking forward to seeing her success here at the States at a university here, and know that she will definitely be a contributor wherever she decides to continue her education. And so we're going to take a quick break, and when we're back after the commercial, we'll be joined by 2021 Camila Kirschenbaum. Stay tuned after this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Athlete Vision Sports presents the most advanced new recruiting engine on the market today. Athlete Vision records all your big tournaments on high-definition video. You can show your A game to a nationwide audience, create your own player profile, or upload your own highlight videos. College recruiters have instant access to your tournament videos. Let Athlete Vision catapult you to the next level. Sign up for Athlete Vision today.
Hey, welcome back, and I am honored to be joined by 2021 Camila Kirschenbaum. I don't know if I said that totally right. The Uruguayan German, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You said well.
I did. I said it well. We practiced before. It's always one of my favorite things. So, all right. So Camila is a 2020 recruit from the country of Uruguay. And she lives in the capital of Uruguay and Montevideo and stuff. And so we're honored to have you, Camila, with us today on the show, and are looking forward to the conversation. And so, hey, share with our viewers about what is life like growing up in Uruguay.
Well, here in Uruguay, well, as many people don't know where we are, we are a small country near Argentina and Brazil. When we mention Argentina and Brazil, they realize where we are. But we are still a beautiful country. You must come. Growing up here in Uruguay, I think that gave me a lot of things. Of course, in ways of the sports, of the lack of opportunity that maybe women's have in sports, especially in basketball. Maybe it's not the best way here in Uruguay, but well, we are trying to have more opportunities like the men's. We are increasing here at the league. The women's league is increasing a lot. Like since 5 years ago, it has like a very increased way. But well, we are still in process, and we have a lot to fight for. But I am happy here because, well, here in Uruguay, I grew up. I learned here all my abilities for basketball. I learned how to play here. I learned the studies here. I graduate here, and it's like I love to Uruguay. much.
It's home for you, right?
Yeah, it's home.
You don't know life any other way, and so that's a cool thing. Now, who introduced you to basketball?
Well, to basketball, my father. We always were like a sports family, and my father used to play basketball, but not in a professional way. He played for hobby, like a young man will do, for having time with the friends. Well, and I went to a lot of clubs. I played handball, volleyball, swimming, football too. But well, basketball has something that catch my attention, and I couldn't say no. And I still playing. I started playing when I was 6 years old, 7 years old. I don't remember well, but for that age to now, I never stopped playing basketball.
We talked a little bit earlier, and you kind of mentioned there when we talked about life in Uruguay. Uh, one of the things that is changing, thankfully, but hasn't always been this way, is within youth sports and really within sports in general in Uruguay. Um, Women have not always had the same opportunity as men.
Yeah.
Growing up until the age of 15, you played with boys. And then
Boys.
even share a little bit about what it's like being a pro woman compared to a man there in Uruguay.
Yes, well, here in Uruguay, when I start playing, I had to start playing with boys because clubs didn't have only team for women's. So I played with boys until I was 15 years old. That here in Uruguay there is a rule that you that allow women to play until 15 years with boys. So I did like all my formation career with boys, and it was very helpful for me because, well, as we know, boys are more stronger, faster, and that helps my game a lot. And as you say, here in Uruguay, it's not professional basketball for women. It's not professional. For men, yes, men have a salary, they receive money for playing, but us women's, we pay to play because we have to have the maintain of the club. We have to pay our equipment. We have to pay, if we have to play in other parts of Uruguay, we have to pay the transportation. If we have to stay one night, we have to pay the food and all things like that. We don't receive any money, and that is a thing that we have not in common with men's here in Uruguay in basketball. And it doesn't only happen in basketball. It happens in many other sports like football, volleyball, handball, that maybe men's have received money, but women's no, because there is not considered like a professional sport.
Wow. So in essence, like if you're going to go play a game, like you're pretty much paying to participate, so that the refs and everybody can get paid, and as opposed to the men who are getting paid a salary, the women are actually paying the club to allow you to play. In essence,
Yes, that's it.
wow, that's an interesting opportunity. And so now let's talk a little bit about school. I know you graduated in November of
Yeah.
2020. In South America, uh, y'all's years are flipped because
Yes.
of the hemispheres and all that other kind of stuff. So right now we're wrapping up winter, and you are wrapping up summer.
Yes.
Uh, and stuff. So share a little bit about the schooling and what that was like for you there in Uruguay.
Well, I went to Instituto Crandon here in Uruguay. I started there when I was 4 years old. Since I graduated last year, I spent 14 years in the same school with the same friends, and we have like a very good relationship with my friends. And well, there in my school I learned English very very young. When we were 4 or 5 years old, they start teaching us English. So well, that is very helpful, because nowadays I can communicate in English, and I know that many South American people don't have like this fluency with English. And for me and for my fathers, that is very important, because it can open a lot of opportunities outside the world, because well, English is like the second language that all people know. It's like the language, the global language in the world. And well, I graduate last year, as you say, in November. And now that I don't study because I like in vacation time, I am this time that I'm free to say without practicing. I start learning more English, because I want to prepare the TOEFL, the exam TOEFL, because I know that this exam, some universities say that you need this. Also, I want to start studying physiotherapy, and also I enroll myself here in Uruguay to a university to only study physiotherapy, because if I want to study in the States, I can't go without studying for 5 6 years, because it will be hard to start studying again in there.
Right. Right. Um, so your school is kind of like your little neighborhood, and so y'all grow up together and live in the
Yeah.
same area, and then y'all literally go from, I think you said you started at 4 all the way through graduation all together. Interesting. Okay. Oh, very
Yes.
cool. And it's cool to hear that you want to study physical therapy. Why did you? What are you wanting to do ultimately with that degree?
Well, I also want to study something involved with sports, because I know that I want to play sports since I can. I don't know what age, but if I can play to when I was 50 years old, that's
Mhm.
good.
There you go.
But well, I want to do something involved with sports, and well, physiotherapy is something that catch my attention, because maybe when as a player, it's something that will help me a lot
Yeah.
if I have an injury or something like that, and also maybe I can help my teammates
Mm.
and other things. And yeah, I think that I decide because of that, because I will be involved in the sports all my life, and I want to study something related with that.
Amen to that. Stay in sports, stay involved. Ultimately, do something that you love to do and want to do and will enjoy. So that's awesome. Well, hey, we're going to take a quick break and enjoy these highlights of Camila, and we'll be back after this. Hey, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the highlights there of 2021. Camila Kirschenbaum from Uruguay and stuff. We before we went on the break and saw the highlights, we talked about school and stuff like that. But you've had the opportunity to represent Uruguay internationally.
Yes.
What did that mean for you to put on the Uruguay uniform and represent your country?
Well, it meant a lot to me, of course. I think that for all players represent your country is very, very a good emotion, sensation. It's a pride to be in your national team, because you are like in the 12 best players of your country that play basketball. And I have this opportunity in 2015. I have like the first call to the national team. I was 13 years old there, I think, and I was called to participate in the South America tournament that was in Argentina, Buenos Aires, the under 14 tournament. And also I was called to the under 17 tournament that was playing in Paraguay, but there I couldn't go because I have an injury in my hand, so I couldn't go there. But since 2015, I participate in all the tournaments that Uruguay participate. All the tournaments that Uruguay participate were South American, because, well, we don't have the chance to be in the first place, second place, or third place to classify to pre-mundial, say it like that.
Right.
And well, we are still practicing for that. I think we have a good team. The 2002 generation is a very good generation here in Uruguay that in 2019 did history, because we won 3 games of 5. That for us, for Uruguay,
That's huge.
Yes, it's very huge for us. And well, also in that tournament, I receive the score, the most scorer in the tournament.
Highest points. Yeah.
Yes, the highest points in the tournament. I received that.
Awesome.
That well, for me was also a very, very special, that tournament. And that's it. We hope to classify to a pre-mundial and well continue playing. We also I used to play 3-on-3, the 3-on-3, and we won a third place medal.
Awesome.
In that place. So well, I have 1 medal with Uruguay. That is also huge.
Yeah.
I want more, and gold medals.
Awesome.
I hope that to the future came that.
Absolutely. Well, and a lot of people are worried about medals and stuff, but really it's about your country improving. And like you talked about with Uruguay in that one tournament, that y'all won 3 out of 5 games. Like from a Uruguay standpoint, which is, it's not a country known for its basketball, and especially it's women's basketball, because of the limited opportunities like we've talked about and stuff. But to see improvement and to 3 out of 5 and to get a bronze medal and a 3-on-3 and some of that growth means there's a bright future, because for Uruguay, unfortunately, it's a small country in South America. And you've got Brazil, that's a big country and a lot of people. Argentina, you've got
Colombia,
you've got Peru, you've got all these countries that cover a lot more area, have a larger population than Uruguay does. We
are 3.5 million people.
Right. And I think in Brazil and Sao Paulo, there's more than 3.5 million people in that metropolitan area than there is in the whole country of Uruguay. And so it strides. And that's one of the things that FIBA really tries to work with their regions and their federations is that it's about improving basketball, because basketball creates opportunities for people and for young ladies. Um, and one of
Yes.
those opportunities that you've had from playing for Uruguay and playing for your national team is you got to attend the NBA Academy. And you've actually got to do Basketball Without Borders camp in Colombia in 2019. Then you got invited to the NBA Academy camp in Mexico City in January of 2020. And then right before COVID hit, you got to attend the Global Without Borders camp at All-Star Weekend in 2020 in Chicago. Share a little bit about your experience with the Basketball Without Borders camps, the NBA Academy, and really how that program and how they're investing in the world of basketball has really helped and changed your life.
Yes, of course. Well, when I received the first call for the Without Borders camp in Colombia, I really didn't realize that I was calling for going there, because I think NBA, only the World NBA is like too much for us in Uruguay.
Yeah.
And I was very happy, and well, I prepare I the months before that I practice a lot. Because I want to go with the best version of player Camila. And well, hopefully it was a very good experience. I met a lot of people of South America, because where there was only South American people. I I learned many things for coaches of the NBA. I could talk with coaches from the NBA, live the life like a professional player, because there they treat you like a professional player. You have hours that you have to be on time. You go to eat, and then you go in time in 1 hour you have to go to bed, and it's like a timetable that you have to be good with that, because well, then maybe you can have a bad point there. But well, the NBA Academy in Mexico was the same, but there only was women's camp. There was, I think, the best one, because we practiced a lot. We did double turn in the morning, and then in the afternoon we practiced a lot. I met people from other countries, because Uruguay never play with Mexico, never play with Puerto Rico, never play with other countries that I don't remember now. But well, for me it was a very huge experience, because I could increase as a player and also as a person, because with other people I have to speak in English, and English is not my mother language, it's Spanish. But also that helped me a lot. And well, in Chicago was the best one, because it came people from all over the world. I play with French people, Chinese people, New Zealand, that from Uruguay we never are going to play with that until we classify to a mundial, that I hope in some future we can play there. But it's hard for us. But it was a very good experience that I thank a lot to the NBA Academy, because gave me a lot of friends, of experience. And if I could be 17 all the time, because I want to continue going. But well, I am 18 and I can't go anymore.
Yeah, no, we would all love to just be 17 for the rest of our lives, right? And have all
Yes.
those opportunities and fun. And so, and that's awesome. And I've attended many Basketball Without Borders and NBA Academy, different camps, and it's always one of my highlights, because it is very well organized, it's very highly coached and stuff like that. But they just invest in all the players, and
Yeah.
it's more than just basketball. I mean, and they bring in women. I was watching the NBA game the other day, and one of the female referees, and I'm like, hey, I know that lady because she came and spoke at an NBA Academy camp. I think it's the Next Generation camp that they had in 2019. And it's just they empower and invest in women to help grow the game.
Yeah.
One of those
on the camps, they are in all the details. They, as in the food details, after practice, in the clothes, all. It's like they are doing all perfect.
Yes, they are. Now, one of the things about creating opportunities that the NBA Academy is involved in is they really help try to provide and connect services for their members to be able to go play in the NCAA. On the men's side, they have some guys who go pro, but on the women's side, it's really about, hey, you want an opportunity? Here's an opportunity to go get an education. Here's an opportunity to go play in the United States and get really good coaching and play great competition. And I know your desire is to come over, 2021 recruit to come over to start school in August. And what would that mean for you? Because there's very few Uruguayan players playing in the United States at the NCAA level, at the NAIA level, any college level, on men and women. There's very, very few of them. What would that mean for you to have that opportunity to play at a university in the United States?
Well, as I said, it will meant a lot to me because, well, NCAA is a very recognized tournament, and well, the best players grew there. Then I see that they spend like four years studying and playing, and then some of them go to the draft. And well, my dream is also be there and can play in the WNBA someday. But well, for me and for my family, it will mean a lot to go to the States to study, because as I say, I think that opens your mind a lot, going to other country to study, and also to be with other people from other parts of the country that have another culture, that you have to live without your parents, because here in Uruguay I live with my parents, and going there is like you independize yourself and you have to grow in that way. And well, and also it will be for my father's a pride, because all the sacrifice that they did in all the years paying my school and from my studies and me doing exams, it will be a lot for them and for me.
And that's awesome. And I've got to see you play quite a few times internationally for Uruguay, and I follow the South American tournaments and the Central Basket all the way to FIBA competitions. And so, I cover it all around the world. And for college coaches, sometimes when it's somebody in the country that they aren't familiar with or don't send a lot of players, they're really hesitant. Like, I don't know, is she really good enough? But, college coaches, she's definitely a D1 player. Camila is, and is a hard worker, is a player who's going to come in and make your team better. And so, we look forward to Camila seeing what school you end up attending. I know you talked about earlier about wanting to study physical therapy.
Yeah.
And for a young lady like yourself, it's the basketball, but it's about the education, and it's about
of course,
the experience and the life-changing, and being able taking that experience and coming back and changing your family and changing and providing opportunities for young ladies in Uruguay. Like you've already been doing that.
Because I know that I will play for an age, and when you retire for basketball, you are still young. And I don't study because I say, well, I play basketball, and when I retire, I will see what I'm going to do. No, I have to have plan A and plan B, and I have continue studying, because I think that also studying help you in the game because you can visualize the game better. I
Absolutely.
think that I have that lecture of
Absolutely.
studying.
Well, I can tell you this, Camila, your parents have raised you right. You got a great mindset and a great like vision of this is where I want to go. This is where I want to be. And it's exciting. I'm up awfully early on a Saturday morning so we could get this in. And you got me all excited because I'm like, dude, let's go. All right.
Hope.
So, well, hey, college coaches, if you're interested in Camila, and you like the highlights, you can definitely reach out to her. Camila, are you on Twitter or anything?
Yes, I got Twitter, I have Instagram, Facebook,
Okay, so
all
we'll put
the
her
social.
Twitter and her Instagram at the end. You can contact me if you want more information on Camila, or you can contact Blair Hardick with the NBA Academy, and she can tell you she loves Camila, so she will definitely sing her praises, and so which is very well deserved. But Camila, we appreciate you taking some time with us and coming on the interview. It's absolutely been a privilege, and we look
Well,
forward.
thank you for this time, for the time, for this chat that was really really good, and also to let people know a little bit more of me, and also from Uruguay, because it's a country that not much people know.
No, but I hope to visit soon. I haven't been to
Yes,
Uruguay yet.
it's really really beautiful Uruguay. We have beach, we have a really really good view in the coast. It's beautiful. I
Awesome.
recommend you to come when here is summer, because in
Yeah,
winter it's
yeah,
not.
it's a little cold. It's a little,
Yeah.
exactly. Want to go, but I'll have to make sure and come during the summer and uh, uh, and enjoy Uruguay. So, but we once again we appreciate you tuning in. Uh, we appreciate having 2021 Camila Kirschenbaum with us today. And so, hey, for Premier Basketball, I'm Mark Williams, and we're coming to you from the baseline.